Look, y'all, I can't emphasize this enough, but life is one of the craziest games that you'll ever play. If you're a video game addict, if you're somebody who likes to play GTA, you like to play all these role playing games, you'll realize that life is literally that. It is literally just a game that you're playing with yourself. You're the main character of this game. You are your first person in this game, right? And a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people get sucked into just playing video games, not knowing you can literally play those same games in life and excel in life and have a better quality life, not just a better life in that video game. And also, when you start looking at life like a video game, it starts to become fun, right? All of these different adversities that you're going through end up being the best experiences because you understand you have to go through those adversities to then level up your character to get to the level that you want. So it's a very nuanced thing where you really look at life as a game and you start to analyze things for what they are. So, for example, when it comes to leveling up, right, in a video game, a character has certain stats, certain things, strength, vitality, HP, all of these different things that you have to level up on. And it's the same with life. You have the same set of stats, vitality, which is your health, right? Your strength, right? Going in the gym, being able to be resourceful, making money, right? Or so your money reserves, you have to stack that up. You have to keep leveling up, so becoming a better version of yourself till you get to level 100. You're on boss mode, right? You maxed out every single category, every single stack. That's the game of life that you need to be playing. But a lot of y'all want to just play on the Xbox or on the PS5, not knowing that literally this life was created for you to play it. This life was created for you to go around and level up, and it's competition. All of these games, it's competition. You're competing, especially you're a man, right? You're competing against other men. It is player versus player. This is not a game where it's story mode and you fighting dragons. You're going against other people. When you're going for a job, you're competing against somebody else. You might need to level up your communication skills. That is one bar that you need to level up. You probably need to level up your appearance. So making sure that you get better clothing, right? Being able to buy that clothes, well, you need resources. So you have to figure out how to go get money. In video games, if it's an old video game, you're mining for gold to be able to then sell that gold for money. You have to figure out what your craft is, right? To be able to then level yourself up. And most people don't understand that. Most people really think about all of this like we're just living life and they want to play games inside of little boxes. If you didn't know, we're actually in a real life simulation. If you don't know that an atom is literally a beam of light, atom is light. It's a light particle. Look that up. So if everything is made of atoms, that means everything is a light particle. What do you think that computer is made out of? Lights, right? LED lights, all of that. It's a combination of lights. So we're living in a very similar scenario. So that's where a lot of these different adversities that you're going through when you're fighting a boss, right? In a video game, you're fighting a boss. You could be fighting an enemy that is not a real person, but it could be a scenario. It could be your mindset that you're trying to break through. You're trying to fight that boss in your mind, right? Of like, oh, limiting beliefs when it comes to money, or being lazy and complacent, not being able to go to the gym because you're lazy and complacent. There are different things that go on when you're trying to become the best version of yourself that you need to fight, that you need to level up on. You need to start getting resources. Find a craft that you can start doing so that you can get those resources. Trade your skill for money, right? Figure out different things. And with every game, there is a meta. And what is a meta? A meta is almost like a cheat code to life. And life has a few cheat codes. I always say this. Number one, being in the best shape of your life is the biggest cheat code you will ever have. One, because people respect it immediately. It signals that you are disciplined. It signals that you are trustworthy because you take care of yourself, which means you can take care of other people, or you have the capacity to take care of other people. So that's getting in shape is a meta, right? Another meta is having a personal brand or having an online presence on any social media platform. That is a meta because it allows for you to gain recognition, it allows for people to see you, and it brings more opportunities to you. So it is a meta. What is another meta? Having a skill, having like a trade-based skill or any type of hard technical skill. That is a meta because you will always be in demand. You'll always be able to make money for that skill that you have. Whether it be video editing, whether it be content creation is I guess, a technical skill. Learning how to code, learning cybersecurity, learning how to, selling isn't really technical, but understanding software, right? Understanding how to interpret software, understanding, certain different types of things that are of necessity in our world today, right? And just understanding technology at a high level is a meta. So these are different metas. There are a lot more that I can go into, but the whole point of this video is for you to understand that you're living in a GTA game and you need to level up your character. Every single day you wake up, the first thing you have to think about is, how do I level up this character? What do I need to do? How can I get more resources to be able to then buy the things that I need, right? How do I increase, this specific stat that I have that I'm lacking in? Right? Maybe it's your communication skills. How do you improve that? Well, maybe you need to start talking to people on the whim every day and getting better at starting communication. Like, there are so many different ways you can look at this game of life, and you need to beat the game. This is how you beat the game. You beat the game by maxing out all of your stats, all of it. Resources, so money, strength, vitality, right? Communication, everything, aesthetics, everything. You want to be able to max out all of the stats that are needed to be the ideal human being. Spirituality, max that out. Really, start to hone in on that, whether it's religion for you or whether it's understanding the universe, whatever that looks like, right? But you want to make sure that you're maxing out on every statistic of life: financial, emotional, spiritual, physical, right? Those are the four things that you want to max out on, to be honest with you. So that's what you need to be working on every single day. And that's how you become the best version of yourself. That's how you beat bosses. That's how you beat the game of life. And now life is on easy mode. I'll tell you right now, a man that has maxed out all of his statistics, that is the prime life to live. That is the ideal life. A man that has maxed, and it's hard for men to max. It's hard for us to max out our stats. I'm telling you, because we grew up with zero everything. We were created literally level 0. And everything, every other column 0, no value whatsoever. And we need to build that value just like we do in a video game. Just like when you get a player and you're at level 1 or you're at level 0, you work through that. You do side quests. Side quests meaning you may go try to build this project right here and see if you can monetize it. You can go do this photo shoot right there, or you can go to this networking event. These are side quests, right? So you want to be able to do these things to be able to max yourself out, to be able to gain more experience in the real world. And so I go back to saying men are literally created at level 0 with 0 statistics, because on the opposite side, and this is not hate, again, I love women. I gotta preface this, but women are created with a weighted scale almost, or like their stats are higher. Like, they're not born at 0. Women's initial value, which is the baseline, which is beauty, is already there if they have it. And then they just build on top of that. And that is a very strong value to have. Because when you have beauty, you can get really whatever you want, right? Especially, when you can persuade people through how you look. Obviously, there's more to it than that as you grow older, but men aren't created like that. Once you get to a certain age, you stop being cute, and now you're just a dude, and you got to figure out how you can level up and be valuable to society, right? Again, I'm not saying both genders can't be valuable to society. They can, but at the end of the day, one has an upper hand than the other, especially at birth, and it's our job to max it out. But when we max that out, when every single stat is hit, ideal life to live. Literally the peak of human life is a man who has maxed out every single statistic, And so that's kind of my thoughts when it comes to this game of life. And it's not easy to play. It's on hard mode for sure, but you can turn it into a game of easy mode once you've been able to max out all of your stats. And it's going to take time. And sometimes you can accelerate it with a map, right? Understanding what you need to do, a map for fitness, right? Having someone who's done it before and knows exactly what they need to do, having a map for the finances or building a business, having someone who's already built a business that can basically tell you what to do, having a map for spirituality, whether it's a pastor, whether it's a priest, whether it's a bishop, whoever that is, a spiritual master that can help you through the process. You need to be able to have these maps to be able to maneuver, or else you're literally just not going to know what you're doing. Have you ever been playing Call of Duty and you don't have a map and you don't know where you at, especially if that's your first time in the game? This is our first time in this game, right? Technically. And so with this game of life, if it's your first time, you need to start finding maps quickly, so that way you can have paths that you can go take, because that will speed up the process of you maxing out every stat. If you have a map for every single stat that you want to do, all of the best side quests to go after, how do you actually build certain things? This is how you need to think about life, and life will start to become very fun. Life will start to become progressive, and it will start to feel like it's an entertaining process, and you probably won't even want to play video games after that, right? So hopefully you found this video useful, and this video is just to show you that to be successful, you need to look at life as a game, and you need to beat that game, and you need to compete with other people, player versus player, and be able to prove that you are a formidable opponent in the arena of life. So again, comment, like, and subscribe if this is something that you'd like. Give me some topics in the comments as well. I'm literally just firing off different topics, talking about different things that I've experienced, my perspective on things. So if you like that, again, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. Hope y'all have a good rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow.